Okay, so that was a very good stop. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to a Goodwill shopping day. It's been 2 weeks since I have done a video like this. I'm going to hit 4, 5, maybe 6 stores. We'll see where the day takes us. I don't have to pick up my son, so I technically don't have any particular time I need to be home today. So really excited to get out there. So walking in, I'm literally bracing myself for all the Christmas I'm going to see because I'm sure it has exploded Christmas everywhere, which means the rest of the stuff is like shoved in places. So it's a bit chaotic to shop right now. As I mentioned, Christmas is everywhere. And these aren't even the Christmas aisles. This Goodwill is usually one of the sparsest ones I go to on this loop that I do. But today, the aisle is actually pretty full. So first thing that caught my eye was this plate, and it actually has like initials on the back and a date. So I don't know who made it, but it's very interesting. Like the colors are unusual, and it's $6.99. Some pretty studio pottery pieces. This one is not priced, but I like the scallop detail on it. And then this one, I wonder if it's one of those appetizer plates where you hang your wine glass on the corner and then you put all your snackies there. It is $4.99 and has all the details on the back for the artist. So I'm always looking for fall decor that doesn't scream fall decor, and I feel like this definitely fits that description. It's a little acorn. I think it's resin, but I love it, and it's $4.99. I haven't given out a business card in years, but this definitely speaks to corporate Andi because I would have loved this in my corporate days. So the metal aisle has some interesting specimens today, like this music box for $7.99. It's lidded, but shallow. And then this giant copper pot. And then this piece, I was kind of ignoring at first, but the top says Denmark 1991. So I need to look that up. It's kind of an interesting piece. And then down here, this of course caught my eye. It's very solid brass, and it's only $3.99. So I definitely will be getting this, the acorn, and I think this is $20. So I'm not sure it's worth it. So I sell a lot of boxes, as you guys know, and this stacking one is very interesting. I need to take that rubber band off and see what is inside. So I just bent down to take the rubber band off and found this on the bottom shelf, a Florentine little jewelry box. And I think it probably has the wind up. Yeah, the wind up down here too. It's $12.99, so a little steep, but Florentine stuff like this does sell well. So I may be picking this up. So if you open up each of the trays, it has felting on the bottom, and it stacks really neatly together. So it's really well made. It's just a little fuzzy, which I can vacuum out. It's $10. So the pricing today has been high, like 10. This is $12.99. So I decide if I want to pick these pieces up. So glassware is always on my mind this time of year because of the holidays. So anything interesting I tend to pick up because it just makes for a really lovely, entertaining display in my booth. So all these little cordial glasses are $2 each, and I think I'm gonna get them. Now on to the Christmas aisles. Oh man, this is actually pretty organized for what is typical at Goodwill stores right now. I did grab this off the shelf. It is a brass enamel Christmas lidded box, and it's beautiful. I love when I can find the Indian enamel brass pieces because they always sell well. What in the world is this art piece? Look at it. It is just a bunch of random things glued on to make a peacock, and it's so well done. Look at all the different things they used. Like, you know, little buttons and pins and jewelry and this light and erasers, screws. This is an incredible piece. I don't even know how to think about it. So is there something there? Maybe there was something there at one point. Wow, I am just in awe. If anyone had just witnessed my face right now as I was looking at this, I was like, because it's not even computing in my brain. And it's only $7.99 for this very strange masterpiece. Like, I feel like I have to get it, right? Like, we have to get it. I do not need this piece, but it is so me because it's so funky and weird. And also, like, shout out to mauve. It's not coming across on screen, but this is definitely like a like mauve-y rose pink, which we all know how I feel about mauve. So I feel like $7.99. It's gonna be coming home. So back to pieces you guys would want to see. I got this really cute needlepoint stocking. So I had deep regrets not buying the needlepoint stocking a few videos ago. It had someone's name on it. I couldn't like pick it out easy, but there were a lot of people with that name in the world. It was Mary. I should have just bought it for all the Marys. So I had a lot of Marys say, could you have just bought it for me? So I apologize to the Marys out there that I did not buy that stocking with your name on it. Next time I won't be that dumb. But this one, someone loosely stitched the name on. So I'll be getting this. Today has been a very interesting day at the thrift store. This particular location usually doesn't deliver, but they've been pulling out some interesting pieces, like this painted trunk. It's definitely a little wonky. It is $24.99. I don't know what the market would be for a piece like this, but the florals on top are so well done. I love the fact that it's more moody and muted. I'm also on the hunt for another table for one of my booths, and this one is only $14.99. It's very solid. I just don't love the oak color. And before you guys start shouting, you should just paint it. I just do not have time to paint furniture, so it's a pass, but I do like its spindle legs. Another piece of fabulous art. This lemon painting, it's an original. I thought for sure it wasn't. It's $6.99 because there's so much of this art that is just printed on canvas and sold at like Home Goods, but this is an original, so add it to the cart. This is quite the stallion, and in the wrong aisle. It's in the art aisle. It has like painted gold detail. It's just really interesting. $2.99 as is. Okay, maybe there's some breakage on it, or maybe the flaking paint. Oh yeah, so the paint is actually flaking off. I thought it was just like an interesting ceramic color choice, but no, it's the paint is flaking away. I feel like that makes it more interesting. I don't know what the market is for something like this, so I'll probably pass. More brass today. I actually don't know what these are. So I see them quite a bit at antique malls, but I've never actually looked up what it is. So I'm gonna do that today to see if it's worth picking up for $7.99. So I looked it up, and it's a silk iron, and they can go for low side 20s, high side like 80s. So I think it's just one of those things that's just all over the board. I really like it. I like the like enamel handle. I think it's like a very interesting special piece. I feel like we can at least double or triple my money with it. So it's gonna go on the cart today. Okay, so that was a very good stop. I got two pieces of interesting art. This one being the most sellable. The other one, we'll see what I do with it, but I just couldn't pass it up because it's very interesting. But I wanted to talk briefly about things that are like maybe overpriced at Goodwill, or things that are priced higher than you would prefer at Goodwill, because this happens sometimes. So part of me is like very scorched earth, and I'm like, ugh, I am not buying it. I am not giving them the win when they price something really high. But then the other part of me reminds me that if I were to find a piece like this at an antique mall for $12.99 or at an estate sale for $12.99, I would be fine with paying that price. So I probably should pick it up at Goodwill too. So that's my thought process when things are higher than I would like, is I always ask myself, would you pick it up in a different scenario? And if the answer is yes, then I will buy it, even though sometimes it's a little painful to do it because we don't want them to get comfortable with higher prices. So that's why I always like struggle with it so much. But I think overall in the end, you know, it's worth it picking it up. Walking into Goodwill number 2. Hopefully my lucky streak continues in the store. I have never seen so many new carts at the store. I think there's 6 out right now. I just grabbed this cute little pug. It kind of reminds me of the Staffordshire dogs. It is $9.99 and it looks newer, so I need to figure out who made it, but is it not adorable? And I grabbed this piece of pottery. It's just a studio piece, $4.99. And then this bell that goes on a door. And then I don't know why I picked this up because I do not really drink at all, but it's a fish, so I feel like for a gift, it could be really good. Today may be the day of things I don't need but want, like this pea pod, $3.99. I have to get it and bring it home and put it in my kitchen. It's just too cute. I'm so bummed that this chain link is in 2 pieces. That's probably why it's here. It got broken. It's $2.99. I guess you could probably fake it by putting it together like this, but I'm gonna pass. My son actually really loves these. He thinks they're so cool and they look like fierce warriors. So I think I'm gonna pick this up for him. It's $3.99. More studio pottery. This is one of the stores that I actually find a fair amount of studio pottery at and have had huge hauls of pottery from here. So nothing like signed, just really interesting pieces, but I'm not seeing a whole lot today. I feel like this might be Pinky from Pinky and Blue. I'll have to look it up. I've never seen a statue before. I got excited when I saw this and then I turned it over and it's 20. And blue is not the half off color, so I'll be passing. So this is a very pretty inlay striped box. It has little circle details around the edges. It's $3.99. It feels a little newer to me, like something from like World Market, but it is really well done. So I don't know. I'm gonna put it in the cart and decide. More stone pieces. This is $3.99. I wish I had a mate, and then I would get it. I have sold these before many times. I haven't found one in a while, but I think I'm gonna leave it behind. So one of the things I'm always looking for are rustic stools, and this one checks all the boxes. It has great patina, solid wood. I actually like the green on top, although it's seen better days. It has a little bit of like spots up here, looks like rust maybe, but I think I could pop that off and then reupholster it, which I know you're probably laughing over there thinking you're never gonna do that. But in December, I'm actually taking some time off to devote to art, craft, all the like DIY things I always want to do but I never get to do. Well, I'm doing that in December. I have decided, and my husband is also going to participate in this DIY crafting art like time off period because he does sculpting and felting stuff. So we're both creative people, we just don't make time for it. But December, we are doing it this year. So we're adding this to the list of things to DIY while I'm off. So I'm in the furniture section and I was like, oh, this is a cute little desk. And then I opened it and this insert, phenomenal. Look at the brass, like the solid brass hardware. I just want to buy this. I don't want the green. I don't want the rest of it. This is very cool. Wow, what a surprise when you open it. It feels like old like candy store, general store, banker vibes to me. So I'm gonna start sorting through my cart. I just picked up this crucifix. It has a lot of patina. I like the wood detail. It's $3.99. I do sell quite a few of these in my booth, but I'm gonna pass on each of these, the bell, this fish, the box, and the studio pottery piece. The reason I'm not picking up this, even though I really do like it in the color, I was just at one of my booths and I was taking out a bunch of stuff, preparing for my Christmas drop in the shop next week. And I think most of the pieces that I brought home were kind of generic, not super special, but nice pottery pieces like this. Something that's unsigned, and I feel like I need to stop picking these up for a while. So as much as it kills me, this is going back on the shelf. More goodies to add to the trunk. Of course, I did not clear out the trunk before I started shopping today, so always fun. When will I learn? I'm just always scrambling to get out the door, and I'm just like, do I want to clear out the trunk? No, I may not get that much stuff, and I always do. Maybe that's my good luck charm, being disorganized. I don't know, but I thought I would show you guys how big this guy is. He's huge. He's the biggest one I've ever found because they come in different sizes. So my son's going to be thrilled about this. Walking into Goodwill number 3. This one is really small, but I've had good luck here. So let's see what we get. So I almost never see Roseville pottery. This one is really pretty. I like the handle detail. I have to look up to see how much they're worth. It's $6.99. More studio pottery pieces that I won't be getting, but my eye is always drawn to them. I got excited thinking this might be some sort of mid-century brass bookend, but it's not, sadly. It's actually fairly lightweight, so passing on that. It's only after I say no more pottery that I find very cool pottery pieces that tempt me. So I looked up comps on this vase and they seem like decent, fine, not like amazing, but like a good solid flip. There definitely were some sold on eBay, which was great. It's something I've never picked up before, so I'm kind of tempted to give it a try. It's definitely going to be expensive to ship because it is a beast of a vase, so it is big. But I think, you know, for the price, I feel like why not just give it a go. I'm so sad that the wood aisle is so lackluster today. I have found some of my best boxes at this location, but it's pretty sparse today. Did one more final check of the piece, and there is a chip at the base. So I think that's my sign to put it back and let someone who doesn't mind the chip buy it. So I thought I was going to leave empty-handed, and then I caught a glimpse of this stone statue. It's $7.99. It has little like chips and imperfections, which is not surprising because these types of pieces always get dinged up over time, but it's really neat. And I feel like I can even like maybe paint that. So I don't know. I may grab it because it's just fascinating looking. Walking into Goodwill number 4. It has been a long time since I have found a Navajo piece of pottery. This one is really pretty. It's $6.99. So you guys know I've been over these like people statues now for a while, but it almost resurrected with these cute little miniature versions. This glass egg looks a lot like a Robert Held piece I just sold. That was a heart. This is an egg. It is signed on the bottom. It's $2.99. I may bring it home anyways, even though I'm not sure who it is based on the initials. Love this mug, but not that price. $7.99. Ugh. I mean, it's really well done. It's very lightweight. It's a quality piece, but I think gonna pass. I know there are a lot of Target lovers out there, people who just love shopping there more than anything. But why would they have made this? Like, would anyone really want a Target store as part of their Christmas decor? I feel like that's a stretch. So this is why you go down every aisle, because I'm in the plant pot aisle, and in this box is an abacus. I can't believe I found one in the plant pot aisle. So really excited about this. I sell so many of these, and this is definitely coming home. This is a very pretty Mary statue. Although I've stopped picking them up for a little while because I have a bunch that I haven't sold, especially ones that are white. People just don't seem to want those. So we're in the parking lot of the 5th Goodwill. It's my favorite one in the area. It's huge. I always score here. I'm shopping at this location a lot later in the day, so we'll see how I do. My mom was here yesterday and she didn't find very much, so hopefully they've restocked a lot. But this lovely piece died on the way over. Unfortunately, some jerk face cut me off, and everything that I had sitting here next to me just flung everywhere because I had to slam on my brakes that hard. Thankfully, no one was tailing me because it would have ended my thrifting day. This is so sad. And you can see here, like piecing this together, knowing how many pieces made this up, it won't really be likely. Now, I will glue it back together, and I'll try to display it on its good side. Obviously, there's no selling this now because it is destroyed, but I might be able to find a home for it, possibly. I don't know. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. The egg, thankfully, being so heavy, did not fly, and the abacus being in a box, it was fine too. But, man. And thankfully, I had eaten all my snacks before I started out, because if my snacks and lunch would have flung in the air, I would have been even more furious, because food is very important to me. And that person, oh, I would have been so mad. So the vase, sad, but my lunch, that would have been even worse. All right, so let's get into the big Goodwill and see what we get in there. I just saw someone who looks like they could be a reseller walking out with several bags. So thankfully, all of us source different things, so I always have to remind myself of that, and they stock all day long. This is a location I always get a card. Every other location I play it a little fast and loose, but this location I always get a card because I usually fill it up, but we will see. I don't want to jinx myself. So I think you know where I have headed first. It is the art aisles. So we'll see what we get today. So geese and ducks are super hot right now, and this is kind of sweet. I actually like the frame on it. It is $7. So anyone that loves that cottage core vibe, I think would really like this. So I think I'm gonna get it, although it'll be a bit of a bear to ship. So I'll put it in my cart and decide later. So yesterday when my mom was here, she left with a nude painting, and I thought that maybe she actually put it back because here it is, but no. It looks like a few more pieces from this artist came onto the shelves. So this one I'm gonna get. It is $3.99. It looks almost like a print, but it is an original. This one, unfortunately, has a big tear in it, so I have to pass. Just what I always hope the Goodwill will deliver, a needlepoint. This one is $8. The frame is really good. You know I love Jesus and Mary pieces. This one is $13, so a little bit more. It looks like it's made out of some sort of like grass. The frame on it's kind of interesting too. I'll probably pass on it, but it's really well done. This piece is so very strange. It looks really retro based on the way this is and the color palette. I'm going to have to look this up because it feels like it could be something, but I don't know. It is just bizarre looking. The trinket aisles today are just totally packed. Although to be fair, they're almost always packed here. But nothing is really jumping out at me. So that's kind of a bummer. But this fish rock, really good. This location gets so many cool painted rocks. I don't know why, but this fish is adorable. So I just entered the metal aisle and spotted these bells. It's $7 for the set, which is a little steep, but they can sell for a lot. So excited about this. Is this not the cutest little mini fishing basket you have ever seen? If the quality was better, I think I would probably pick it up, but this is just vinyl. This is kind of an interesting piece. It is a replica taken from an original carving in the medieval choir stalls of the Lincoln Cathedral. It's really well done. It has a little chip there, but I feel like I can maybe fill that in. But I don't know. I'll put it in the cart and decide. Jewelry boxes are really hot right now, but this one I feel like is too far gone with the chip there. So yeah, kind of a bummer because, it even has the original key, you guys. Oh, what a disappointment. So I just met a lovely subscriber, and she is not a reseller, but she shops like a reseller, and she said that I can have first picks in her cart because she's only getting a couple pieces and the rest she's gonna put back. So of course, 100% that. I don't usually pick up a lot of blankets, but this blue and white one is stunning. It reminds me of fine china you'd put on a wall, like a plate wall of blue and white plates. This is totally that vibe. It's just absolutely beautiful and well done. Look at all the detail around the edges. So I have picked up vases by this maker before. This will be my third. They're just so pretty. I love how the little top part is at an angle, and I love the crackle of the glaze here. It is $2.99, which is a great price. It's pretty gross, but it's going home. Another stone piece I'm not bringing home, $5, but I believe it's missing its lid. So I'm in the sporting goods aisle because it's the only quiet aisle right now, but I wanted to give you guys an impromptu brass tutorial. This, not brass. This, actual brass. This is just metal painted to look like brass, and it has kind of a weird shine where this piece right here is brass that either can be left like this with patina or shined up. So if you're ever at the store and you're wondering how do you tell, you can kind of tell by the color of it. This is aged and this is new and replica. They must have just put this out because I don't know how I missed it first round, but it is one of those letter holders, and it has like the mother of pearl, and it's all brass for $4. So excited about this. So I'm not sure if I should pick this up or not. My booth at Tiny Brambles gets a ton of tourists from all over the country because of where it's located, and I feel like this would appeal to someone who lives in Texas maybe because it's very solid. It's made in Japan, so I don't know, price is right. I got really excited for a minute because they rolled out a big art bin, but Nothing exciting in it. I really thought this one was going to be good based on the back, but nope. This is the piece. So interesting, but well, maybe it is. I thought it was a print. Maybe it actually is drawn based on the signature. So that was a very successful stop. I did grab this as an impulse at the very end. For me, I have a mauve pink Christmas tree. If you haven't seen it, you'll see it soon when I decorate my office for Christmas. But this one I thought was really adorable. It's just so pretty. But the best find of this store, I can't even take credit for it because I didn't find it, but I certainly admired it before she offered it to me. It's this painting of two little kids on a bridge. It is an oldie. It is so, so good. I just, so good. And then I got a needlepoint, a nude, all sorts of, fun stuff. So that store, especially for the art, is always very good. And this is probably the best piece there that I've ever come across. But like I said, I can't even take credit for it, but so excited about it. So after 5 Goodwill stores today, I am totally destroyed. I am tired. I am worn out, but I had a lot of success. Every single store delivered something. Some stores delivered a lot, and the art pieces being the real standouts for me because I love thrifting art. It's my favorite thing. I got to see some of you guys. You guys came up to me in the store, which is always so fun. So if you ever see me out in the wild, by all means, come up and say hello. That's totally fine. I get so much enjoyment out of connecting with you all and seeing what you're finding and chatting about, our mutual interest, which is thrifting. And I also saw my friend Heather, which was fun because I never see my friends out thrifting ever. Like, we are all going to the same stores, but unless we make a plan to meet up, I'm never seeing them in the wild. So it was really fun to run into her too. Okay, so that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Anything that's going to be available on Etsy is usually linked down below. Thanks again, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Take care.